Discuss this development, we're joined by human rights lawyer Henry Ekine. Henry, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Good evening.
Good evening. I'd like to start with a comment about the judiciary. It seems, is he echoing a general sentiment, or you believe maybe he's, because the case didn't go in his way?
Well, the judiciary has come to some kind of test over the years, and then sometimes the judiciary stands strong, and some other times the judiciary will come to some positions or decisions that will attract criticism to the judiciary. But I think in this one, it's about stating the law. I had actually followed the events that led to the action that was instituted with respect to the All Progressives Congress, the leadership of the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State, where I recall that there was elected, a set of elected members of the Rivers State All Progressives Congress to constitute the State Executive Committee. And then while their tenure was subsisting, then the National Working Committee constituted a Caretaker Committee. So I followed that on. I think I understand that the issues were about the subsistence of the tenure of those elected members. So the court today, I followed the report, has actually stated the law. When you elect, we should have democracy. If we pretend or profess to be a democratic state, then we should really uphold the tenets of democracy, where you have elected officials, whether within the political parties or within the structures of the state, the federating union of this country, whether the local government, the states, or the federation, you should allow them run through the tenure that was granted them by the laws. So I think for me, my review of the decision of the court is that the law has been stated that those who were elected for a term, a definite term, within the provisions of the constitution of that party, should have been allowed to serve their time out, except where it is justified by the provisions of the constitution that their term may be truncated, then one would have understood, but not in the manner, according to the decision of the court, not in the manner that it was done by the National Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress that led to the constitution of the Caretaker Committee. So it's clear to all of us to really see what has actually transpired, and then the decision.
All right, but it doesn't seem to be clear to Okocha, who has reacted, saying he will appeal the judgment. In some cases, we have heard of an appeal being filed, but that doesn't nullify the ruling or declaration of the court. Is that the case here for perpetual injunction, or does his appeal means he can hold his position?
Yes, usually at the end of any action in court, and then upon the decision of court, there will be a dissatisfying party. And then the dissatisfying party will imagine some grounds for appeal. So Tony Okocha here, who was the beneficiary of that action of the National Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress, is the dissatisfied party here. And as a matter of fact, he was the defendant. So it is within his right to approach the appellate court to challenge the decision of the trial court. But I think we will await to see the grounds of appeal that he would raise. And then he was speaking to some of those imaginary grounds by him as to the laws with respect to the courts not allowed to intervene within, in the spheres of the internal affairs of the political parties. But I think we need to understand one thing here, the political parties especially. We need to understand that there has to be a line that will be drawn between the internal affairs of the political party and when those affairs of the political party infringe on the rights of members of the political parties. Members of political parties as citizens of the country still have their right to ventilate their dissatisfaction with the actions of the political party in court. The judiciary exists not only for other associations and citizens of the country, but including political parties, which are associations of a peculiar nature to contest elections. So when individuals and members of associations, including political parties, feel dissatisfied even with the treatment within the political party, they have to approach the courts. So I think for Tony Okocha, maybe we would have to watch and follow the proceedings when they file their notice of appeal And if we are privileged to have that process, then we'll see what grounds he's going to be raising. But it's within his rights. It's within the rights of
while we are waiting for either way, appeal and the current judgment, we understand Beke says the APC will take part in the council elections. How would that play out really with both parties claiming authority?
I've always said that there would always be one legitimate structure in any organization. The other may just be the one that is purporting to be a legitimate structure. In any consideration, just like we have in the case of Rivers State, there is only one House of Assembly and there shall be just one speaker. So we only have a situation where another person is purporting to be. So the same in the All Progressives Congress. And let me lay the foundation that is public notice and public knowledge, that there was the Rivers State Congress, or if you like, a convention of the All Progressive Congress that elected the State Working Committee and then State Executive Committee that was led by Chief Emeka Beke. So when Tony Okocha emerged as the acting chairman of the Caretaker Committee, or rather even the chairman of the Caretaker Committee, then it became an issue that was brought before the court. And today, as it stands, the court has determined, and we say in law, that every decision of court and the orders of court are valid until turned, or if you like, set aside by a superior court, an appellate court. It is not about the expression of dissatisfaction by the losing party. So it is not the expression of dissatisfaction by Tony Okocha that turns the decision of the court. So as it is now, the valid decision of the court that has not been overturned by an appellate court is that Chief Emeka Beke is the chairman, substantive and legitimate chairman of the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State.
All right, Henry, we'll have to leave it there.
Of the working committee or the State Executive Committee. So it can't be Tony Okocha until Tony Okocha succeeds in the appeal. So even the media should be guided here that the substantive and legitimate leadership of the All Progressive Congress in Rivers State is as upheld by the court to be that is led by Chief Emeka Beke.
You've helped us make that very clear, Henry. We'll have to leave it there for now. Thank you very much, as always, for your time.
Thank you very much for having me. It's always my pleasure to be on your platform.